Here I want to talk about the simple interest. The simple interest is given by the formula I equals P times R times T. So where this P is the principal, okay, which is the money you deposit into your account, or the money you take to investment, to do the investment. This is called the principal. R is the annual rate, okay, annual rate. In general, it will give you the percentage, but when we do the calculation, we need to convert to the decimals. T is in the years, okay, in years. So that means how many years we need to invest this amount of money, or how many years we will deposit the money for how many years. Okay, this is T. And I is the interest you will earn. Okay, this is called the simple interest. And here, what about the future money? So the future money we always denoted by A. A is equal to the principal plus the interest we have earned. So if you put together, it would be P times 1 plus R times T. So this is the future money. A is the future value. Future value. So now let's look at some examples. So the first thing is we should know that when we do the calculation for the simple interest, we always use the T in years. So if you have 8 months, T equals 8 months. So how many years for 8 months? 8 months is 8 over 12, which is 2 over 3 years, right? And if they have the 65 weeks, okay, 65 weeks, so how many years? It's equivalent to 65 years, 5 weeks. So in general, we will use this relation, which is the 1 year is equal to 52 weeks. So 65 weeks is equal to 65 over 52 years. Okay, of course you can use a calculator to get approximation. So 65 divided by 52 equals 1.25 years. Okay. What about 15 quarters? So we know that each year has 4 quarters. So 15 quarters is equal to 15 divided by 4 years. So that is 3.75 years. Okay? So we need to change everything to the in years, in the unit years. So now let's look at some examples, other examples to calculate the interest, the simple interest, using the simple interest formula. Okay, so here P is equal to $700, and R is the annual rate, which is 8%, and the T is 90 days. Okay, so the question is, what is I, the interest? So the first thing, we need to write down the R equals 8%. We need to change it to the decimals, which is 0.08. And the T is 90 days, but okay, so in general, we know that the 1 year equals 365 days. But sometimes we use if we assume that 1 year equals 360 days. Okay, so then the 90 days would be 90 over 360, which is 0.25 years. Okay, so now we have everything. We can plug in I equals P times R times T, right? P is 700 times 0.08 times 0.25. Then you use your calculator. So 700 times 0.08 times 0.25, which is $14. So this is the one problem. Another one is if I is given by $53, R is the interest rate is 0.5%. T is 4 years. What is P? What is the principal? We know the interest after 4 years at the rate 0.5%. The interest is $53. What is the principal? Okay, so here is we use this form. We still use this formula I equals P times R times T. But now this is given, I is given, R is given, T is given. So what is P? So we need to calculate P. P equals I over R times T, right? You divide by R on both sides, RT on both sides. So you have I equals 53 divided by 0.5%, which is equal to 0.005. So we plug in 0.005 times 4. So this would be 53 divided by 0.02. Okay, so 53 divided by 0.02 would be $2,650. So this would be your answer. Next example, if P is, the principal is 1,500 and the T is 9 months and the I is 67.50 dollars. What is R? What is the annual rate, interest rate? So we still use that example. Before that, we should write more things. Okay, so the T is 9 months. We need to convert to years. So 9 months is equal to 9 over 12 years. So which is equal to 0.75 years. Okay, so now let's look at the formula. Formula says I is equal to P times R times T. So now I is given, P is given, and T is given. We want to calculate R. So R is equal to, you divide by P and divide by T on both sides. So this is R is equal to I divided by P times T. Okay? So if you use your calculator, be careful. You need to do this product first. Okay? Then you use R to divide by this product. So I is 67.50. P is 1500 times 0.75. Okay, we always calculate the denominator first. So 1500 times 0.75 is equal to 1125. Then 67.50 divided by 1125, which is equal to 0.06. So the annual rate would be the 6%, right? Now let's look at the next one. If P is given by $160, R is 3%, and I is $6. So what is T? How many years? So we still use this formula, I equals P times R times T, right? So we know I is 6, P is 160, R is 0.03, so this is equal to 0.03. And then what is T? T is given by I over P times R. So we plug in the numbers. This is $6, and P is 160 times R is 0.03. So we do the calculation, okay? This is 6 over, we take the product first, okay? So this would be 4.8. 4.8, so 6 divided by 4.8. 6 divided by 4.8. Use your calculator, so this would be 1.25 years. Okay.